Good afternoon, sir. My name is Dhaval Pandav. I am from collegedunia.com. A very warm welcome to our interview series, which is called Thoughts on Education, where we take the interview of various dignitaries such as owners, VCs, principals, HODs, and teachers. Before I proceed with this interview, I would request you to give a brief introduction about yourself. Sir.
Yeah. So good afternoon. I am Professor Brijesh Sharma and I am the Associate Dean at Vivekanand Business School. I also am a professor here and I teach subject related to business research, strategic management, marketing analytics and service marketing.
It was really nice knowing about you and your experience, sir. So my first question is, you have held a key position at education industry throughout your professional career. What keeps you connected towards education sector and how was your experience been so far with the VBS?
So to start with, I have a mix of industry experience and I have academic experience also. So for last 15 years, I have been working in the industry and thereafter I have been in academic for the last 10 years. So total 27 years of experience. What has glued me to this education industry is the opportunity to talk with youngsters, to solve the confusion of the youngsters, to be with the youngsters. And somewhere I feel that I have got a very noble job at hand to do nation building. So for nation building and to always remain connected with young people, I feel that this is I'm glued to this industry. As far as the second part of the question goes is, what do you feel about our institute? So I'm really proud to tell you that I've been associated with this institute for the last 10 years and what has really kept me with this institute is the ethical practices of this institute. And the core agenda of the institute is that we are with the students for the development of the students, for making sure that the students get employed and they become a good citizen. So this is the central goal of our central leadership and I always feel good about this and that has kept me with the institute for the long period of time.
Being the Associate Dean in Academics of VBS, what's your roles and responsibility towards students?
So I have got a dual role here. One role is that I am the Associate Dean and second is I am a professor. So as a professor, my job is to go in the class and teach the students and make sure that they get employable. And the second role is that as Associate Dean, what I have to do, I have to make sure that we create an environment of learning for our students, a wholesome environment of learning which will propagate holistic learning for our students. And if the learning is good, our students will be employable and they will always be connected with us and somewhere we feel that we are doing our job properly. So second part is, apart from the environment what we have to create for the learning, we have to make sure that we are having a pedagogy which is very contemporary, which is very relevant and which is engaging. So these are three words, that it has to be contemporary, it has to be relevant, it has to be engaging. But to make sure that all these three things fall in place, it is a big job. And we work continuously, 24/7. We are in the college from 8 to say 7 o'clock or 5 o'clock, but otherwise in our home also we are continuously looking at ways and means to make sure that we are fulfilling all the three words, that is, we are relevant, we are contemporary, and we always make sure that we are doing this in a very engaging way.
How does the curriculum of VBS ensure that the students are being prepared for the future?
So here, at Vivekanand, in fact, many good colleges, they follow this practice and we have been at the forefront of doing this. And to make sure that our curriculum, that is pedagogy, is not pedagogy, the content, the curriculum is very relevant. We invite people from the industry, we invite our alumni, we invite the parents. Of course, we invite our peers and all these people, all these stakeholders, they sit together and we look at and we weed out whatever is not required, that we weed out, and whatever is required, we pull it into our syllabus. And thereafter, we have to make sure that how this is going to be delivered. So this is a long down process that goes for 1 or 2 days. And once it is settled, then we take it for our implementation. And this normally changes. So if you look at the quantum of change, every year our syllabus changes by 10%. That is minor change. And sometimes we feel that the subject is obsolete. We take out the subject and we fulfill that requirement by doing a short workshop. So we always are on our toes to make sure that whatever we are teaching, this is not old age, but which is required not for the sake of requirement, but it is relevant and it is going to make our students employable, at the same time a responsible citizen.
How do you try to bring practical approach towards subjects and make it industry oriented?
So we have empowered our faculty members, and we have given them the flexibility that of course you have to go and teach what is required, what is there in the syllabus, but at the same time to make sure that the student understands it and connects with the industry, we give them freedom that you have to deal the subject by taking case studies, by taking them to the fields, by giving them project work, by giving them some research work, take examples, do quizzes. So these are all the ways how we tend to make a flip class. One of the things what we do is flip class, where students come prepared, then they discuss. So it's a totally engaging environment. And in this engaging environment, I mean, we see the result that the students, they learn and then they go out and create wonders for our college in the industry.
What are the interventions and approaches you bring in apart from the curriculum to teach students?
Yes. So as I said, there are two types of event. Okay, one not event but extracurricular activity. One is in the class where the faculty member is empowered to take the decision as to how you are going to deliver. So that is in the hands of the faculty member, but again that is monitored by us and we continuously see what amount of practical things you are doing in the class. Apart from that, what we do at a centralized level, that is the institution does, or each and every department does, is that they have to conduct events. So we have got events which can be broadly classified into research conferences. Then we have got hackathons, we have got social innovation conferences. Then we have got our Yuva for Seva, where we sensitize the students for the to the sufferings and problems of the society. Then we have got small events like we do blog writing, we do field visits. Then we also go for your video making competition. So you can see, I mean, throughout the entire 2 years, the student is actually jam-packed with activities, examinations, lectures, field visits, summer internship projects, management internship projects.
What do you see as the greatest strength of VBS?
So apart from all the things what I have seen across all these schools, we have got all those things. So we have got point of parity with all the institutes, all the leading colleges across India, across Mumbai. But what I feel differentiates Vivekanand Business School is the readiness of the entire team here, whether it is teaching or not teaching, to rise up to the occasion and adjust to the challenges, to the changes, what is required for our students. So that agility is there in our organization, where we rise up, we change ourselves to the changing requirement of the student. Apart from that, we have got our tie-ups with international universities, we have got our accreditations in place, we have got a great infrastructure, we have got faculty members who all, I mean, I'm very proud to say that we have got a policy that we have a faculty only if you have not done your PhD, not only PhD, you should have a substantial 10 years, 5 years, or in my case, it is 15 years of work experience. But otherwise, minimum 5 years to 10 years of work experience and a PhD. So the faculty can go and talk about the theories also, at the same time connect with the industry also.
Any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and aspiring students?
Yes, so on this front, maybe this will be a very generic suggestion to all the students and the students who are trying to pursue and looking at a career in management and do their MBA. The first thing, what is the most important thing is you have to take care of your health. You have to be healthy, because if you are going to be healthy, then it is good, because you do your MBA and when it actually comes to performing, and if you have got bad habits, then eventually, you will lose out. So you have to be healthy, you have to cultivate healthy habits. The healthy habits includes remaining healthy. Second is, please read good books. Third is, you have to focus. You have to identify the time killers. The time killers usually are our excessive focus on social media, where for no reason we spend hours. We spend sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. So you have to be focused, and to remain focused, for God's sake, save your time. Identify the time killers, be away from there. And of course, then you have to be focused and you have to work hard in the area where you want to pursue your career.
It was a pleasure talking to you and interviewing on Thoughts on Education, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you. Only regret is that I should have talked for at least half an hour, because I had to cover everything, a lot of things in these 8 minutes. But anyways, thank you very much.